Good evening, everyone. My name is Jason Altake, the first reporter of Lesson 11, Police Critical Incident Management. So, continue lang ni siya sa report sa Lesson 10, no? So, start ta. The procedures for first responders in case of bomb explosion. So, number 1, kay upon receipt of the report. So, pagdawat sa report ni siya during bomb explosion. So, muna ginabuhat sa mga first responder. First, kay identify the exact location of the incident and proceed to the scene immediately. So, pagdawat sa first responder sa report, first na nabuhatan kay identify nila ang location sa incident, tapos mo proceed sila or dito sila sa scene dayon. Kaduha, ang buhatan nila kay direct EOD K9 teams to proceed to the area. So, mag-direct sila sa EOD or K9 teams para proceed ang K9 teams dito sa area. Third, kay notify the HHQ of the situation. So, katulo ka ng i-notify nila o pahibalon nila ang higher headquarters sa situation. Number 4, kay report the incident to the TOC for following. So, mag-report sila sa TOC para number 1, kay mag-summon og ambulansya, fire trucks, and SOCO teams to the scene and other resources as may be determined. Ang ikaduha kay request for the deployment of additional police personnel to establish traffic control, crowd control, and security. So, pag-report nila sa incident sa TOC para kuan daw dungag tabang sa police personnel para mag-establish sa traffic, para walay mosulod sa scene. Mo na ang purpose para sa crowd control o security. Next, procedures for first responder case of bomb explosion upon arrival at the scene. So, ikadua, nana sa scene. At ang pinakauna kay naa sa upon pagdawat pa lang sa report diri sa ikadua kay upon arrival the scene at the scene. So, ang pinakauna ang ginabuhat sa first responder pag abot sa scene, cordon the area at least 150 meters from the location of the explosion. So, i-cordon nila ang area 150 meters from location sa kung asa na explode ang bomba. Ikaduha, assist in the immediate evacuation of the injured if possible. So, kasi tawag ani, assist daw dayon ang mga injured person sa padulong sa evacuation. Ikatulo, direct occupants of the establishment to evacuate. Maintain order and crowd control. So, sa mga namuyo dito na lugar kung asa dapit ang explosion, ipa-evacuate dayon sila, tapos i-maintain ang crowd control mo na ginabuhat sa first responder upon arriving scene. Napay kaupat, seal of the location until the IOD K9 teams determine if a secondary device exists. So, mo to, no? Sa ikaupat na process, ginabuhat sa ginasil up ang location hantod na ang EOD or K9 teams kay basi makita pa sila mga bomba na napay ikaduha na mabutuhay nga bomba. So, kailangan dyan i-seal off ang location until dili mo declare ang EOD or K9 teams. Number 5, conduct rescue operation at the scene upon clearance of the EOD teams. So, understandable naman kaya, no? Kaunom kay assist the post-blast investigation or the PBI team and SOCO teams upon clearance of EOD teams. Paghuman daw, pag-clear na daw ang area sa EOD, nag-declare na ang EOD or K9 teams, i-assist daw sa mga first responders ang PBI o ang SOCO team. Next, number 7. Assist the post-blast investigation, PBI and SOCO teams upon clearance sa mga na siya ganiya. Number 8. Submit initial incident report immediately with the following information. So, sa paghuman sa first responder o assist sa PBI o sa SOCO, mag-submit sila og initial incident report with the following information. Number 1, time when the call for bomb threat was received. Unsay oras na receive nila ang bomb threat or ang bomb explosion. Ikadua, time of detonation, explosion, kung saan yung buto or nagpabuto dito na area. Unsa oras. Ikatulo, description of types of device. Unsa na device ang nibuto, unsa na device ang ipabuto. So mo na siya sa tulo, dapat nasa sulod sa initial incident report sa first responder. Number 9, identify any witness and bring them to the nearest police station to obtain their statement. So kung naay mga witnesses na nakakita sa kuan or naka-witness sa panghitabo, dalon daw sila sa nearest police station para sa ilang statement, para ma-obtain ang statement. Number 10, avoid issuing speculative press releases or statement. Number 11, ensure cooperate with IOC. So, ensure daw na ang cooperation with IOC. And next, direta sa Civil Disturbance Management or CDM operation. Diri sa CDM operation, example ani kanang mga rally na pagtapok ba na sa dili siya maayo na kuan nang maka-cause siya og traffic ana sa public place. So dito sa general guidelines. So the PNP unit tasked to maintain peace and order shall not interfere with the holding of public assembly. So ang PNP units daw ang naka-task para ma-maintain ang peace and order during public assembly, like pareha ng example na nagrally, tapos kailangan sila ang naka-task para ma-maintain ang peace and order na lugaran para dili makadisturbo ang mga nagrally. Next, to ensure public safety, CDM contingent under the command of PCO shall be detailed and stationed at least 100 meters away from the place where the public assembly is being held. Batas Pambansa 880 Section 9. So para aron ma-ensure daw ang public safety, so ang CDM or ang Civil Disturbance Management Operation kay mutuman sila sa command sa PCO or sa Police Commission Officer. Og dapat dili mo baba sa 100 meters ang kalayon gikan sa lugar kung asa may tabo ang rally or ang pagpupulong nila. Muna siya sa Batas Pambansa 880 Section 9. Yes. Next, in the absence of any permit from the LGU concerned, the PCO or the Police Commission Officer in command shall exert effort in persuade the demonstration to disperse peacefully and vacant the public place. So kung wala day permit gikan sa LGU. Ang PCO daw, PCO in command, kinahanglan maningkamot siya aron mapugngan ang mga demonstrators sa mga nagrally dira na lugar na magbulag-bulag sila or muhawa sila dira sa public place kung asa sila nagrally. So ang PCO in command ang responsible ana. Next, in lightning rallies or demonstration, the ground commander shall exhaust efforts through dialogue with the leaders, organizers, for voluntary dispersal. So, sa rally daw, example sa rally daw, ang ground commander kinahanglan kailangan na hotdon yun niya ang mga paningkamot pinaagi sa pag-istorya mag-istorya siya sa mga leaders or organizers, mga leaders or organizers ana na kuan na ang mga namuno ana ng kuan barali para mag-voluntary daw sila na muhawaan ng lugar. So ang ground commander daw dapat next, in case of failure, orderly dispersal to include apprehension of those responsible shall be resorted to. Maximum tolerance must always be exercised. Batas Pambansa 880 Section 10. So kung mapakyas daw sa pag-istorya og tarong ang mga sila masipyat sila sa kuan, dili maminaw ang mga nagrally. Example, dili maminaw ang mga nagrally, no. Ang pagdakop daw sa mga ang pagdakop daw mao ang kuan ba ng responsible sa mga police officers or sa kaning sa civil disturbance management para mapahawa nila mga demonstrators. Ug mao na siya sa Batas Pambansa 880 Section 10. So that's all sa akong part. I continue sa next reporter ang diri na part sa CDM. Thank you.
My name is Wendell D. Vicente. So my part is the Civil Disturbance Management or CDM preparations specific guidelines. When assistance is requested by a leaders, organizers, it shall be imperative for CDM contingent to perform their duties while observing the rights of demonstrators. Further, the members shall be CDM contingent dealing with demonstrators shall be prescribed uniform. So dapat ang CDM contingent is protect sila sa property or unexpected happen, like unsa mga naga-protesta, kailangan nakasuot sila og mga uniform nila. So number 1 is the CDM contingent shall not carry any kind of firearms but may equip with batons or riot sticks, crash helmets with visors, gas masks, boots, and ankle-high shoes with shine guards. So, wala sila gina-allow sa government na mag-carry og mga firearms. Ilang ginaunsa lang is kaning mga protective gear like sa helmet or kaning mga riot stick, para sa aning mga gas mask, mga combat. Number 2 is tear gas, smoke, grenades, water cannons, or any similar anti-riot device shall not be used unless the public assembly is attended by actual violence or serious threats of violence or deliberate destruction of property. So, dili sila pwede mogamit og unsa kaning tear gas, smoke grenades, water cannons or mga anti-riot na mga weapon unless if if the public assembly is serious na ilang unsa threat sa property or maka harm sa property or makaguba, gina-allowed sila mo gamit anang unsa kaning tear gas or smoke grenades and water cannons. Number 3 is the organization and membership of CDM contingents as well as their deployment and employment shall be in accordance with existing PNP rules and regulations. So kailangan naga-follow Japon sila sa atong mga laws, sa mga human rights. Example, bawal sila manakit og mga civilian unless is if needed for the sake of the property that they protect. For every CDM contingent, there shall be a theme of negotiators. So dapat every CDM contingent is naay sila team, dili sila pwede magsulo-sulo lang. Number 5 is a separate security contingent may be organized and ready to provide immediate assistance. So the CDM contingent as the need arises. So a separate security contingent is may be organized, be ready to provide. So naa sila kumbaga backup is needed nila pa daganon ilang mga tawagan daganon ilang bilang is for example is sa isa ka i-deploy sila sa isa ka lugar if daghan kayo naga-protesta nya ang unsa is ang gi-deploy dito is dili makay-handle, so magunsa sila og immediate assistance. Number 3 is CDM operational tasks. So first is isolate the area, and second, secure likely targets, and third is control the crowds, kailangan i-control ang mga naga-protesta or mga tao. Fourth is establish the area and area control, and fifth is arrest violators. So pwede sila mag-arrest og mga violators people. 4 is CDM personal approach. So number 1, the commitment of CDM contingent must be viewed as a last resort. Their role therefore should never be greater than what is necessary under the circumstances. Sabotable naman kayo. So this does not mean that the number of drops employed should be minimized. Thus controlling the number of drops required should normally be resolved in favor of deploying a large number as may prevent the development situation which is used to force would be necessary. So kasabot na ako ng controlling number of drops. So kailangan nila kung mag-deploy sila sa isa ka lugar is dapat large number of kumbaga officer sa isa ka lugar para ma-prevent ang pag-develop sa kaning unnecessary happening na kaning tawag para ma-prevent ang tawag kaning prevent ang bad happening sa isa ka lugar kanang tawag ma-handle nila ang isa ka lugar. And second Number 2 is in selecting an operational approach to a civil disturbance situation, the ground commander and his or her personnel must be adhere to the procedures force continuum in the chapter of 2 section 2 to 4 to the POP. So, kailangan ang mga ground commander or personnel niya is naga-force sa procedures continuum chapter section 2. Number 3 is effort should be exerted to create the image of a restrained and disciplined force. So, further force, the sole purpose of the assist in the restoration of a law and order. Image of a restrained is well-disciplined force. So, kabalo naman. Wala po kabalo. Further, while the CDM contingent should be visible, any activity that might be excite rather than the calm situation should be avoided when possible. Number 4 is consistent with the controlling principle that he or she use minimum necessary force accomplish her mission. The ground commander shall be equipped the CDM contingent only with rattan sticks, truncheons, batons, shields, and Kevlar helmets and handcuffs. So, dapat sila'y consistency sa pagkontrol sa mga panghitabo. Pero dili necessary ni mag-use sila og mga force if necessary lang. And the ground commander is mag-deploy lang og CDM contingent only with dapat naa sila mga unsa kaning mga ginasuot na protective gear like rattan sticks, truncheons, batons, shields, and etc. Number 5 is in the situation of requiring the use of batons, truncheons, only the fleshy parts of the body such arms, torso, legs, and thighs. So, kailangan pag mo gamit sila ng mga batons or truncheons is kailangan dili nila pa iguon sa isa ka ulo sa tao. Kailangan na sa unsa lang sa arms, torso, or legs kay para dili jud maka-cause og death sa isa ka tao or damage sa isa ka tao. 6 is arrested protesters must be restrained, handcuffed, and brought safely to the police station. So, if naamoy na unsa kaning for example is nagaprotesta sila anya ang gibuhat sa isa ka or sa group of people or isa lang ka tao is against the law siya, kailangan ninyo siya i-arrest and must be restrained. Kailangan pusasan and dalaon sa police station. Number 7, in any CDM deployment, there should be trained and equipped female CDM personnel. So, kailangan tanang gina-deploy sa unsa is nakaagi sila og training. Next is public assembly policies. The PNP adheres the code of conduct of the law enforcement officials. So, sa halos naman sa gusto kabalo na sa familiar na sa unsa code of conduct of law enforcement adopted by the General Assembly of United Nations that requires law enforcement officials respect, protect human dignity, maintain and uphold human rights of all persons and limits the use of force in situation where strictly necessary and the extent of acquired to the performance of their duty. So kabalo naman mo ano sabotable naman kayo no. Protect the human dignity. From the words protect the human dignity and maintain uphold the human rights. Sabotable naman kayo no. So number 2 is public assemblies held on freedom parks on a private property do not need permit for the activity. Like kanang unsa kaning for example is kaning nagprotesta, dili na sila kailangan og permit aron mag isulti lang nila ilang unsa kaning ilang mga hinanaing about sa for example sa government, mag-protest sila as long as wala sila gina damage na property or naga-violate sa law. Number 3 is the PNP shall provide police assistance only when requested by the leaders of organizer maintenance peace in order of the ensure safety to those participating in the public assemblies withhold freedom parks and private property on private property. So sabotable mo kayo ito. Number 4 is public assembly held in public place must be permit should the mayor of the city or municipality exerting jurisdiction to the place where it will be held. Kinina na ay walay permit karon na ay permit pisting. Number 5, public assembly held with or without permit be peacefully dispersed. A public assembly with a permit may be dispersed if the same is being held in a violation of the terms and conditions of imposed the permit. In both cases, before conducting a dispersal operation, PNP conditions composed in the permit. In both cases of the conducting the dispersal operations, PNP shall notify concerned organizers and leaders of the public assembly. Number 6, lightning administrators or relies in the areas where the public assembly is prohibited shall be dispersed peacefully. However, should any participants refuse to disperse voluntarily or violate any law ordinance during the unauthorized public assembly, they shall be taken police custody in charge accordingly. So if gina-allowed sila, kung pareto gina-allowed sila sa public area, private area, bisag wala si permit, but if na-violate nila ang law or ordinance sa isa ka property is pwede sila arestuhon sa isa ka police and dalaon sa custody. Public assembly, they shall be taken police custody in charge accordingly. So if gina-allowed sila, kung pareto gina-allowed sila sa public area, private area, bisag wala si permit, but if na-violate nila ang law or ordinance sa isa ka property is pwede sila arestuhon sa isa ka police and dalaon sa custody. Number 7, the ground commanders are responsible in determining whether is a permit for the holding the public assembly. So kaning mga ground commanders or mga leaders is responsible, sila ang responsible if there a permit of holding in a public assembly. Sila na ang bahala ng mga permit. Like for example, mag-protest sila sa public area, sa atubangan sa City Hall, kumbaga dapat na ang commander ang maglihok And number 8 is close coordination with a mayor of the city municipality of his or her representative in the public assembly is being held should be always maintained, especially when a permit has not been issued but application has been filed prior to the holding of the public assembly. So sa Banwa, close coordination with the mayor in the city or municipality or his or her representative where the public assembly is being held should always be maintained, especially when a permit has not been issued but an application has been filed prior on holding public assembly. Number 9, maximum tolerance shall be exercised in the conduct of dispersal operation. Maximum tolerance is exercise sa butable na kaayo. Number B is police responses. During the planning stage, first is initiate dialogue with leaders, organizers to ensure a peaceful holding of a public assembly, including among others in the detail of the police personnel providing security. So first is initiate dialogue. Kumbaga, istorya sa mo or naa pa mo istoryahan sa leaders if unsa kaning isa ka police officer. Kailangan nimo makig-connect sa isa ka leaders, organizers to ensure ang peaceful holding public assembly. And the other detail of the personnel providing security in the area kay para unsa sa police personnel ang maka-provide ang police personnel sa security in the area. Number 2 is prepare appropriate security and CDM contingencies plans. Prepare appropriate security and CDM contingency plans. So next is police during initial and peaceful stage with permit or held freedom parks private properties. First, one is PNP shall not interfere with holding of a public assembly. However, so adequately ensure public safety as the containment under control of supervision of the PCO shall be stationed at least 100 meters away from the area of the public assembly is held. So for example is naay nag-rally sa public place. Naay sa public assembly is ang PNP is dili nila pwede pawaon tong naga-rally as long as wala sila ginalabag na batas. And also is kaning CDM contingent is kaning mga group of people ni siya nga under by the government is at least nansa sila tawag na kaning nakabantay sila or station sila at least 100 meters away from the area of assembly. Just gibuhat na nila in just in case lang na naga public assembly or kanang mga communist. Gibuhat na nila kay para safety lang pod sa mga private property or public property nga walay maguba. And number 2 is monitor the activities at the public assembly area and respond to the any request of police assistance. So, kailangan monitor ang activities public assembly. Tining kumbaga ang police officer is for example is i-monitor ninyo ang naga protesta if wala ba sila naga buhat og against the law and respond to the request of the police assistance. So that's all of my part.
I am Kit Adrian Sirong. I am the last reporter of Group 11, Lesson 11 topic. It's all about police critical incident management. So there is a during breach of peace confrontational stage or with or without permit. no assembly with a permit shall be spared. However, when a public assembly becomes violate, the CDM contingents may disperse such public assembly in the following manner. So first is at the first sign of impending violence, the ground commander shall call attention of the leader or organization of the public assembly and ask the latter to prevent any possible disturbance. So dariya sa first kano is during breach of peace. Dapat ang ground commander kay tinatawag niya mga attention sa mga leader or organization para ma-prevent ang mga any possible disturbance. So number 2 is if actual violence reaches a point where rocks or other harmful objects from the participant thrown at the CDM contingents participant, non-participant or any at property causing damage it, the ground commander shall audibly warn to the participant that if disturbance persists, the assembly will diriya sa kuano is for example man guna ni kay nang rayot-rayot o if makuanan sila harmful object from the participant is taga ra sila glabay niya ay mga igo mga kuan mga tao niya ang ground commander shall audibly warn the participant that if disturbance persistent then nagakuan sila public assembly para mawala ang kuan mga para ma-prevent ang mga nga kuan. So number 3, if violent disturbance does not stop, the ground commander shall audibly issue a warning to the participant of the public assembly and after allowing a reasonable period of time to lapse, shall immediately order it to disperse with the use of CDM formation. The rank of demonstration shall be disbanded, contained and isolated from each another, prevent from regrouping. So number 4, water cannon and riot stick can may be used to repel aggression and to disperse demonstration and demonstrators and reserve CDM. Contingents may be employed when the situation required. So dres pwede na sila mo gamit og mga water cannons and for example sa mga kuan sa mga sa bombero para sa bombero kanang sa tubig and riot stick pwede na sila mo gamit ana para ma-employ when the situation required. So number 5, no arrest of any leader, organization, or participant shall be made unless he or she violate a law, statute, or ordinance during. So diri ang kuan mga leader organization bawal sila mo arrest sa mga participant nga wala sila naka-violate sa mga law or statute ordinance. So next is during violent stage. Non-lethal weapons and equipments may be used to suppress violence to prevent lives and prevent further damage to properties. So diri is mogamit sila og kanang mga weapon and equipment may be used to suppress violence para protect nila lives and prevent further damage of mga properties. Number 2, PNP security elements shall be tactically deployed to provide immediate assistance to the CDM contingents. Is mo kuan sila hire na sila ning kuan mga like PNP security pwede na sila mo deploy para provide immediate assistance post-operational stage. CDM contingent shall be withdrawn after the area has been cleared of possible danger public safety. Then, sabotable naman kayo no. Number 5. And number 2 is sufficient police force shall maintain to ensure peace and order in the area. Diri kay para mawala na jud ang para ma-maintain na jud ang peace and order sa area. Para ma-prevent na tong kuan riot. Number C is dispersal of public assembly with permit. All public assemblies with permit shall not be dispersed. However, when an assembly becomes violent, the police may disperse such assembly in the following manner. First is at sign of impending violence, the ground commander of the PNP contingent shall call the attention of the leader, prevent as latter. Balik-balik. Mana naman ni? Balik-balik naman ni. Dari sa D. Sa D. Dispersal of public assembly without permit. When the public assembly is held without a permit, here a permit required, the said public assembly may be dispersed. However, when the leader or organization public assembly can show an application for permit duly filed at the office of the mayor, which has jurisdiction over the place where the rally will be held. So, when the public assembly is held daw without permit, the said public assembly may be peace disappeared kining mawala ang ilahang kuan. So at least 5 days prior the intent activity and the mayor did not act the same, the grant of the permit being the presumed under the law, and it will be the burden of authorities to show that there has been a denial of application, in which case the rally may be peacefully dispersed. So sa E is prohibited acts. The following prohibition provided by the Section 13 or Batas Pambansa BP 880 shall be strictly observed. So first is obstructing, impending, disrupting, or otherwise denying or exercise of the right peaceful assembly. Number 2 is unnecessary firing of firearms to disperse the public assembly. Number 3 is acts in violence of paragraph D this rule. Number 4, acts described hereunder are committed within 100 meters from the area of activity of the public assembly. The carrying of deadly or offensive weapon or devices with such as firearms, pillbox bomb, the carrying of the deadly weapon, malicious burning of any object in the ginasunog, the carrying firearms of mga baril nila, the interfering with the international, disturbing the holding of public assembly by the use of motor vehicle, turn loud system, the drinking of liquor, alcoholic beverage, and gambling of any kind. So muna siya ang prohibited acts sa Section 13 or Pambansang o Batas Pambasa. So that's all. Thank you.